Hey everybody, OK Fixer here, doing a little heat shrink job. Oh, that's nice. There you go. Try to not bump you around. I got something to show you, and well, what I'm working on right now is, of course, is a '69 Beetle, but is doing a little more wiring, and I'm working on, geez, I wonder if I can get those in there. Yes, no, might be too long. What I'm working on right now is the license plate light. Somebody had cut the wires off of this. You don't want to see that, so hold on a second. Sometimes, I couldn't get that up to fit on there. Sometimes you can do your heat shrink in a two-part and slip one over the other. If it's too long and it starts bending and it doesn't like what you're giving it, you can cut it in half. And I just want to make things look neat. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. I want to show you this because I want to talk about the reverse light circuit, and the reverse light circuit is really simple. That's why I was being confused by it. I couldn't quite grip my hand around it because what you have behind the engine coming out of the firewall is you'll have two wires, and one of those wires is coming from those two wires that you hooked up to the switch on the transmission, and one coming around, of course, to the coil. But you have another wire, so you can just ooh, that's hot. You can just do a little slippage over it, and oh, that looks beautiful. But you have, of course, the wire that's going into the firewall is power from the coil, and then it comes back out again. And also there is a little pigtail with two wires on it, and I believe it has a male. It has a male end inside a little casing, and the female one is just kind of bare. And those two plug together, see, because the ones that are coming out of the firewall there that have two on it goes to the left and the right parking light. It's really a simple circuit. There's nothing to it. It's real simple. And so I plugged it in, and I used my I plugged it in, and I turned my parking light or my reverse lights on by using the stick shift and sticking it in gear. Of course, you got to have it. You have to have it lit up. You have to have the ignition on in order for it to work. Let's try this. It might be a little better. Yeah, it's a little better. And what had happened is my lights would come on. The parking lights would all come on. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? That's the simplest circuit you can possibly imagine. Well, let me show you, after I get this hooked up, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I have the reverse lights on. Okay. Hey, they work great, right? Not so fast. What's up with that? Okay. Let me show you something else. That was Captain Obvious right there, if you looked at it close enough. What's up with this? This one? No. This one? Yeah, a little bit. Some. I'll tell you what's happening. What's happening here, and in all cases, just about all cases, where this happens, your circuit is starving for a ground. Okay? And it's looking for a ground anywhere. And so it will look for a ground because you have it either wired wrong or you have a crappy ground. It either won't work or it will suck electricity or suck a ground through another bulb. And while it does that, it causes resistance and makes them illuminate. Okay. What's the word to say here? That's exactly what it was. So I was like, what is going on here? Well, here's what's going on here. Do you see it? Do you see it? Let me shut that light off. How about now? Do you see it? That's right. I have the power wire, hot wire, on the ground. I have them switched around. And that's what's wrong, is this thing's searching for a ground. So let's flip them back around and it ought to work fine. Alright, it's hooked in reverse. Let's turn on the ignition to power things up. Okay. And our not on. And our backup lights are on. Any other lights burning? No. Problem fixed. So that was the problem there. It was looking for a ground and I didn't have it either wired right or I had a crappy ground. With the ignition off and one pulled out, just the parking lights. So I have parking lights and my license plate light works. Incidentally, this is how you steal a Volkswagen, okay? On this particular car, you can take a Slim Jim, which is a flat, and practice with your own car. Chunk, chunk, and it'll open it up. Pull the light switch on one switch, one time, one deal. You can then cut those wires, put the positive one on the coil, then the engine will start. How do you bypass the lock? That's all the farther I'm going with this. Okay. I can take the black wire and put it on either terminal. Brown is ground. Black is the hot for the test light, and then the red one right here is coming off of the brakes down here. So if you lose pressure, it flips that switch on. So there's something amiss with this light. There's something amiss with the. I think it's the little resistor in it. It's got a tiny little resistor on the side. This is one of the things in this car the wiring was boogered up on. And the black wire was off and it had some tape on it. So evidently it had a failure, and the light would come on all the time. So the light does work, as you can see, and it works in both places. So if I put the red wire on that, disconnect the black wire, tape it back up, we will still have a warning light for the brakes. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't have the money to search for a $50 50-year-old part. Okay, your high beam light is still glowing. And the reason why is because you still have voltage. You still have voltage. It's a little bright, isn't it? There. You still have voltage going through it. So when you hit your high beams, come on, just washing it all out. When you hit the high beams, okay, it's a full 12 volts. Turn the high beams off and you're running your low beams, but your high beams still have about 6 volts or 7 volts going through them. Why is that? Boy, I don't know. What I'm thinking it is, and this is because I had a lot of trouble with it. There was some issues. I could hear it sparking and such inside. Is your relay here might be hanging up in some way. I might take that apart. Probably not. I'll probably find another one. It works, but it still has. It's not completely canceling the voltage to the other lights. Well, what this is running into is a cascade of electrical failures. First it's the light over there, the switch over there, which I may keep. Then it's the brake light switch. The headlight switch works hard, and now we're having trouble with the relay, and then I only have one speed to my wiper. I might just give up on this for right now. I might put my air ducts in and walk away. Put my hood on and, gas tank, hook up the steering and just run it with, I've got lights and turn signals, I'm okay. So, not much I can do. I just don't have money for all that stuff, and I want good original parts. So, I might buy a relay from Wolfsburg or something. I don't know. We'll look and see. And I've got a switch in there. I've got another light switch that seems to be a little better. The dimmer doesn't work on the light switch either. There's 50-year-old parts. I'm thinking about driving this car, not just taking it to shows. So I'm probably going to have to belly up to the bar and buy some new parts, and just don't have the money for that right now. So onward and upward. I'm going to mark my wires where they need to go, just with a piece of tape, one of them, because Captain Obvious, brown is ground, the other one will go in the other place. And same with the headlights. and then remove those and work on something else other than electrical. Oh, there's one more little deal I want to put in. I want to put in that switch back there, the relay for the heated back glass. I'll do that and see if I can't make this light in the dash work. And then I'm done with electrics. I've got enough stuff to take it up there and back. Brake lights, headlights, tail lights, turn signals. I'm good. Yes, that's the way it was, up. Can you imagine that? Why would you mount something like that up? So the kiddies can pour a soda in it? I don't know. Okay, have our signal wire on, replaced our fuse, and the hot is the M, the signal is B. No, signal is A and B is the power going to the back glass, and the ground, you already know about that. So let's see, got the ignition on. There she is. So it works. Cool. Alright, that works. But I think I've seen them online for an aftermarket one. They're about $3.25 for a heated back glass. Ah! That's awful expensive. Okay, I'm done with the electrics on this now. I've replaced all the fuses in the fuse box, and it calls for all 8 amp. This one and this one has a lot of load on it, so I put a 16 in both of those, much like the 67. So I put new fuses in it, new fuse in that, and new fuse in the brake light switch. Much like I did all new bulbs all around, fuses and bulbs. I'm just not going to trust the old stuff. Okay, next thing is we need to clean up this fantastic goat screw, because I can't find anything, can't see anything, it's just tripping over everything. And then we're going to mount our steering column so it'll steer, and put our gas tank in it. Woo! And I might even get to start it. I promise you this will be the last electrical deal, but we can all learn from my mistakes. And I took this little switch apart and I looked at it and it was perfect. I did take a point file to the contacts, but it's just trick on how it works. It's just so trick. Is that the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? It's got this little mechanical deal that switches this little paw back and forth. How about that? Trick. Okay, anyways, I got to thinking about this after I took it apart, and I said, wait a second, this light is looking for a ground again. Oh, okay, so I had my wires on wrong. And notice, that's high, and that's high, and that's low. So, you know, they're a lot brighter, much brighter. Trash guys outside. Much brighter, and it switches. But now the light goes out. Trick. Next, I have attached my steering wheel. There is a ground wire here. Unfortunately, when you put a meter to these wires right here, I get 12 volts immediately. So I have something wrong with my ground. It's probably up there. There's a bearing and it has a little tab welded on or soldered on it, and there's a wire, and that might have broke off. It might be touching up there. Could be almost anything. I'll have to have a look, but it won't be right now. I had to use some new bolts here because magically the coupler piece and the bolts that I had were just disappeared. So I'll find those as soon as I get the gas tank in, because then it'll be too late. Okay, so the next thing we have to install is our gas tank. I'll let this set out in the sun for a day or two. Let that stuff sit up good. Of course, this goes back up here where it did originally, right? Like that, and then this piece clips into it, and they clip into it like this way, I got new ones, incidentally. This one here in the center was awful. It was hard, and incidentally, the wiper switch has to go that way. It has to go down, because if it goes down, then this will, if it's going the other way, this won't have enough room. So, anyways, there you go. Okay, let's get those in, and then I guess I'll work on the glove box, or probably the side vents. Can't put the gas tank in yet because it's drying. All right, I have my hoses all tucked in and all run. I have them all sealed up. Also, this cardboard tube, I cut another piece of cardboard and glued over the top of it to make it double super whammy. So when you close the hood on it, it's not going to tear it up too bad. Did the same thing with that one over there. So we should be all great. It was not fun getting all that in there, but I did. So it's there. Got all these pieces in there. Clipped them all in place, and yeah. So, okay, got those in there. Next thing I'm going to put in is going to be the wiper motor. I've taken the ashtray and gave it a little quickie, and it's outside drying, so I'm probably going to do the wiper motor, let that dry a little bit more out there, and probably do my quarter windows after I do the wiper. Maybe the yeah, because I can't put the I have to have the ashtray in there first before I put the air box in. So wiper motor next. What a mess. Okay, got that in my glove box. And then, let's see, what have I done? I'll put the radio in and the ashtray. I have to put my antenna on also. The idea is to be able to get this in the backyard, and if I can get it in the backyard where it's not rain pouring all in it, so if it rains, so antenna and all that stuff. I put my radio in. Missing the little squirter thing there, and my knob is broken, so I'll have to, the little knob thing there, the little squirter thing, I'm sure I'll be able to find it, but okay, glove box I'm going to do next, and then the fresh air gizmo. I used a finishing nail to connect that. I just bent it over and clipped it off. I was looking at this cable and it's broken half, but there's a reason why it's broken half. Is because it stops right there, and then this piece goes, it has to, because it's too small to go in there. but it does now work. Grease things up, I think, a little bit. Now also, if I can get unhooked here, there we go. There's a little tab right here, and I need to find a screw to go into it to attach my box to that. It's because that helps support it a little bit when you pull on that. That one in the corner has a screw in it, not a rivet. And that's where that goes. It attaches to that little deal back there. It's a little bracket, and it makes your glove box more secure. Also, I cut a piece of 5/8 radiator hose, and I put underneath that strap to keep it from rubbing or making noise. Plus, it gives an extra little oomph to it and tightens it up a little more. Okay, next is going to be our fresh air box. Okay, I'm going to put some new seals in my box, and I've washed them off with some brake clean, and also I've used some of that on the metal in there and on this. Don't rely just on the stick. I'm letting that dry a little bit. The edge goes towards the hinge side, so, and you got to kind of stuff it in there. You just can't believe what they've got packed up in here. It's just crazy. It'll make you nutty. Oh, wow. Okay. Putting these in, holding this in place, and getting it wedged up in there while putting screws in. Oh. Yeah. Oh wow. That was just crazy. That was just crazy. And then I forgot to put my ashtray in, so I had to wedge it in there kind of and get the, oh my God, it was crazy. One thing I did do is there is my emergency switch. And my emergency switch, if you can see, I put a little piece of rubber hose between that and the, because it was really close, and that, boy, that just scared the life out of me. So, put a little, yeah. Anyways, look at this. Hallelujah. Got the radio in. I still haven't found the fuse for it. It's a small glass fuse, and I still haven't hooked the radio or the wires up to the speaker yet. So, got to do that. But you know, I put a new rubber also in my deal there, so that'd be fine. Man, coming along though. Coming along. I'll have to find the insert to that. The glove box looks nice. That works. Glove box closes. We'll have to do something with that. Oh, look at the radio. Oh, it adjusts. Lights. Oh, I've got the... Hey, let's try something because I got that all jammed up in there. Let's see how many fuses I blow. Well, I didn't hear anything snap. Oh, the lights work in the radio. Good. That's good. Let's see here. Turn the key on. Okay, wipers work. But they don't return. So, that still works. That's good. Open and close. Oh, sweet. You know, something I didn't mention is while I was down in Lexington, I bought another fresh air widget, because what I did to that one was just, it was wrong. So I bought the right one. And ironically, how it works, it's got a little, the gears are, it's pretty neat, man. It's pretty trick, because with those new flaps, when you go, boop, it's like one indent, and then now you can open it all the way up. But when you get to that indent, you go, ah, and it makes sure they're all closed. It's really cool. It's really trick. Oh, they work now. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, got the antenna in. Plugged into the back of the radio. Then I'm going to put the windshield in. This is going to be my last video for a week or so, because I've got another Garfont to narfle, and it'll take precedence over this, and I'll be out of the. It's not YouTube worthy, and I just, you know. So it'll be a week and a half or so before I get another video out. Anyways, let's put the windshield in this, and we'll be done. I sprayed a little water down there, and my shoulders don't work like they're supposed to, but I'm going to put that up there. Oh, Lordy. I know you're like, what the hell's wrong with you? Well, my shoulders don't work. Okay, I'm just going to lay that in that pocket like that. This has got a little chip down here in the bottom, so I'm praying that it doesn't run. And the chrome looks like crap, but it's all I have. So. Somebody asked me one time that they seen somebody, here, let me get these headset off. Laid it all out. Gone now, huh? Go ahead and stop that right now. Okay, I got a question from somebody who told me he seen a video of Volkswagen workers slapping glass with a hammer, and that may be true. Then again, it might be Europeans, and if it's European, they used to put tempered glass in these, which is the same as the door, you know, breaks up into a million little pieces. So it's highly possible that that's what they were doing, is they were knocking in tempered glass. If you ever go to install one of these, you can hit it, but don't hit it with your fist and don't hit it in the corner. You can slap it with your hand like that. Now, when you pull on that rope too, you want to pull, you don't want to pull out like this. You want to pull towards the direction of the glass. So you want to pull down, because if you pull out, what will happen is it'll unfold your headliner. Get on the other side. Yeah, let's see here. And again, I put that body sealant in there. Had another person ask me why I sealed these, and I told them, well, I do it for a living, and that is, I install glass for a living, and out of habit, I seal them, because they come back and bite me in the butt. If you don't seal them, the customer will call back, my windshield's leaking. So yeah, whenever I get a rubber set glass, I always seal between the body and the gasket, and the glass and the gasket. Yeah. It's another good tool to have right there is a hook. Really handy. Get here and hook them. Again, don't get in there with your hook and dig real deep or you'll be sorry. But a hook works really nice, especially at the bottom. I don't want to go in. That around the edge. I see a lot of windshields put in and they don't hook the edge out. Kind of scary. Just asking for a leak. Because you don't have that, you have it tucked in there like that and it's yeah, let's have a look at this other side. Okay, chrome hasn't popped out. That looks good. I'm going to seal between here and the glass, also between the body and the glass. Do it with a rubber stick. Don't get anything metal down in there, and you can chase it with your caulking gun. It's a pain in the butt, but you can do it and it won't leak. The reason why I put that sealant underneath there is there's a couple of holes right there, and the water comes down if you don't put anything in there, and it drips down here. Well, it drips down to your rocker and it's supposed to drip out, but I just don't like that idea. I think it's like that in the back too. So, okay, this is the end of this video now, and thanks for watching. Subscribe or like. And I've got another Garfont to Narfel, so it'll be a week or so before, maybe even more, maybe a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks before I get out another video. So I'm hoping I can get this sealed up, the trunk on it, the doors and the quarter glasses, so I can get it in the backyard. I'll be able to park my car in here. That'd be great, my van. All right, that's the whole idea. Take care. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.